Hey everybody, welcome to Life at Sunny Lee with Kathy Jarvis. And it's been a different type of week. It's Saturday, it was beautiful, sunny, nice and warm. So I put and transplanted the broccoli, the cauliflower, the special sprouts, and the cabbages out into the main garden. And we had nice rain that night, so it was perfect for them. I covered them. Made sure that the insect covering was over them completely to keep the cats out and also keep the insects out. Every year I lose those 4 plants to insects. So I ordered this cover that went over them, and we're trying that this year. We put it on them as soon as I transplanted them. So hopefully there's no chance that the insects will get to them. At least until they're mature enough that we can harvest them. And then just as I was finishing that up, our middle son came home. He spent the whole week home with us. He wanted to be home during Easter and also for the solar eclipse. So he came home and we had a nice time visiting. And then on Sunday, Easter Sunday, he went to his church and we went to our church. And afterwards, we ate that out. And then that night, we just visited with each other and everything. Update on Princess at that point. At that day, she was still not eating. Or she was eating, but she wasn't keeping anything down. And so come Monday, I did not think she was going to survive. I thought, this is it. She's not keeping anything down. She wanted to go outside. It's like 7 degrees, beautiful weather. And so I left her outside with the other cats. And she followed me around everywhere. Every time I went outside, she'd come over to where I was at. If I went inside, she'd come to the door and she'd stay at the door until I came back outside. She just wanted to be around people, especially me. So I left her out all day. And then on Tuesday it was cold again. So I left all the cats inside. In fact, they've been inside Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and most of Friday because of the weather. We went from really beautiful weather to a storm, to tornadoes, warnings, and then to a freeze warning all this week. So it's been quite a roller coaster on the week. Okay, on Tuesday everything seemed like it fell apart. Shoes, the dog, had blood in her urine. The cat wasn't eating. And the filter on the aquarium. Luckily, there's no fish in the aquarium right now because I'm getting ready to redo it. But anyway, the filter went out and I couldn't get it started. The washer was not working at all, hardly. We tried everything all morning long trying to fix it on YouTube videos, trying to fix it. And it just wasn't fixing. So on Tuesday, we decided it was time to go get a new washer. So we went out and we looked at washers and found the one that we liked. It's not a real expensive one, not a real cheap one, and middle of the road one. Just something to get the clothes clean. And I wanted to find something that had the least amount of electronics on it as I could. So we got a new washer ordered, and it came Friday. And before we got home, there was tornado warnings every which way. Our son called and said he was in the basement because they had a lot of wind, a lot of rain that was coming down in a slant. And just after he called, we got a report on their phones that there had been a tornado that had touched down just east of us. So we lucked out, no damage. The only damage that we had was when we came home. One of the breakers had tripped and they had turned off our internet, and it also turned off the filter in the fish pond. and I cannot get it to start back either. So I'm going to have to wait until it warms up a little bit, pull the filter out, work on that pump and see if I can get it working, or if I might have to buy a new pump for it also. It seemed like this was a week when things wanted to break. I turned on the grow light upstairs and it tripped the breaker. So I've got 2 grow lights that are not allowing me to turn them on without tripping the breaker. So I've got to figure out what's going on with those. And I decided just to wait until next week, because this is not a good week for me electronics. Okay, but one of the good news, on Tuesday evening, the princess actually kept the medicine down. This is the first time in a week that I've been giving her medicine every night, like the vet said, and every night it would come back up. Tuesday night it stayed down. So I waited a half hour, gave her some food like normal. It stayed down. So ever since Tuesday night, knock on wood, she has been keeping her food down and eating a little bit more each day. So I'm beginning to actually have a little bit of hope for her. And Tuesday we also picked up medicine for shoes. I called the vet and told him what was going on, and got her started on medicine. And as of Friday, she was eating well. There was no more blood in the urine, and she's back on her other medicines, her Proline and her arthritis medicine. I taken her off of those for a couple of days, just so just giving her the antibiotics only, just to make sure that there was nothing causing them not to work. So on Friday, I called the vet and asked if I could put her back on the other medicines, and they said yes. So she's back on all of her medicines as of Friday. And like I said, she's eating well again, and no blood or anything. So we're on the road to recovery there. Of course, her back legs still aren't working, which is why I wanted to get her back on the arthritis medicine. She was doing fairly good the first 2 days that she was off of it, but then Friday morning she had a lot of trouble walking. So put her back on the medicine. What else did we do this week? Oh, we got the furnace grate back. Not the sump pump grate back. So that project is pretty much done. There's still a few little tweaks and things that he wants to do with that, but at least the hoe is covered, so we don't have to worry about that. I got this setup done in the basement for doing the films, so I can come down here and film while they're upstairs doing their thing. So that's good. The other thing I did was we redid the bathroom upstairs. Douglas had brought home some frog decor, so we changed the bathroom up there. We took down the Halloween sugar skulls and put up frogs. So now I have different things I can put up for the curtains for different holidays, which is kind of nice. The other thing we had to do was clean the garage to make room for the washer to come in. Had to move some things around upstairs. And on Thursday, I started potting up the tomatoes that were ready to be potted up, and I ran out of solar cups. I have more out in the high greenhouse, so I had to go out and get those. Of course, I had to wash them because they had not been cleaned from last year. So while they were drying, I moved everything around upstairs so that they could get to the washer without bumping into anything, and get that one out and get the new one in on Friday. But that meant I also could not do any more of the potting up of the plants because I could not get to the sink, because everything that was on one side of the room was now piled onto the other side of the room. So I had to wait until, well, Saturday basically. This coming Saturday is when I'll be able to start doing the plants again. So I got those to finish doing, and I'll probably have to end up buying more solar cups because I have a lot of tomatoes this year. And that is basically what we've been up to this week. Like I said, it's been really a roller coaster on the weather. Friday night, I know I'm going to have to cover the plants because we're supposed to get possibly down into the low 30s, possibly high 20s. And these are cold weather plants, but they're not the type that really like to be frozen. So I'm gonna have to cover them on Friday night tonight. So hopefully Saturday morning they will be all right, and I'll let you know next week. As far as the animals, they seem to be doing better. They're responding to the medicine, which is good. And hopefully you've had a good week. Hopefully you will have a nice, pleasant week. No weather outbreaks or anything. And hopefully spring gets here soon. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow your dreams, and dream big. And see you in the next video. God bless everybody. Bye.